Railway Series Shuffle, Book Number 3, Percy and the City of Tokyo. Written and adapted by ThomasZoey3000. Dear friends, the man in the suit needed a little extra help while Courtney was being sent away to be repaired. He had originally asked Thomas, but he said he was much too busy. Then he suggested for Percy. Well, the little green engine sure got himself into some amazing adventures as he worked in Tokyo. But I mustn't reveal any more, or I'll spoil the stories. The author. Story number 1. Sia, Lee, and Percy. Less than a month later, Kaide and Primo came back to the island of Sodor. They wanted to spend some more time with Thomas. The man in the suit had also come to see him.
Courtney's been having accidents every single day. So I was wondering if you would like to come back to the city and work for my little Tokyo Railroad again.
Oh, I'd love to, but I've got too much work to do around here, so I can't go.
Is there any other engine who can help me out?
Why not take Percy? He's been saying that he would love to see your railroad. Plus, he doesn't have that much to do during this time of the year.
Alright then. First we need to talk to him, then to your controller.
When Percy found out about the trip, he was excited, and the Bank Controller agreed to send Percy to Tokyo. The next day, Thomas and Percy arrived at the docks. The crane soon lifted Percy off the ground. Percy, while you're there, say hello to Narrator, Sia, and Asa for me.
I will.
Percy shouted, as he was lowered into the hull of the ship. After a few days, Percy was in Tokyo. He was lifted out first, then he watched as Courtney was lifted on board.
Where's she going?
She's going to America to be repaired.
Percy looked and saw a little gray tank engine. He looked American. This was the tank engine that was supposed to have arrived when Thomas came. The engine's name was Lee, and soon he and Percy were talking like old friends. The man in the suit told Percy and his crew to follow all of Lee's instructions, seeing how they didn't understand the Japanese language, or the way they worked. Welcome to the Little Tokyo Railroad.
What did he say?
He said, "Welcome to the Little Tokyo Railroad."
Percy looked and saw a red-haired girl standing beside him.
You wouldn't happen to be Percy, one of Thomas's friends?
I am. And you are?
I'm Sia.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sia. Oh, and Thomas told me to tell you he says hello.
Hello, Sia. I thought you were going out for a walk.
I was, but I thought I'd come by and see how you're doing. And to meet Percy, of course.
Later on that day, the wind was blowing hard. Most of the crews were having trouble standing up. They were almost blown over, no thanks to the strong blasts of wind.
This wind's as strong as a gale.
You don't know strong until you felt the strong winds here in Tokyo.
Just as he said that, the wind blew harder, pushing Percy backwards a few feet.
See what I mean?
I do now.
Further down the track, the wind speed had picked up and was now stronger than before. Sia was doing her best not to fall over. While she was doing this, she noticed a tree was leaning down, hanging just above the tracks. The wind blew even harder, knocking Sia over the fence. As for the tree, it was pulled right out of the ground. Its roots couldn't keep it down anymore. The tree was now blocking the tracks.
I hope no train's coming.
But there was a train coming. Percy was puffing along towards the main business district.
I've got to warn him.
Sia tried yelling, but that didn't work. The blowing wind drowned her voice out. Then she decided to attack.
It's a good thing I've been practicing.
Sia is only one of a few girls who came from the realm of the gods, so she, like all the others, had special powers. She shot a lightning bolt attack into the sky, which resulted in a flash of lightning, which landed beside Percy. What was that?
Don't know, but I do know that there's a tree in front of us!
Percy's driver applied the brakes. Despite the strong winds, Percy stopped with a few inches between his buffers and the tree.
That was close.
It was dark by the time the tree had been removed. The strong winds were finally gone, which meant Percy and Sia had no trouble getting back to the yards. The man in the suit was waiting for them. So was Asa, Green, and Lee. Way to go, Sia!
Thanks to you, there was one less accident on my railroad.
Well, I'll do anything if it means helping a friend in need. Right, Percy?
Percy couldn't say anything. He was still shaking over what happened before. But finally he said,
Thank you!
to Sia. To Percy, Sia's his guardian angel.